Hello everyone, my name is Derrick Shirley. I'm here with another segment of Words with the Obsidian Awards. That's the obsidianawards.ca, and the Obsidian Awards is coming up this September 17th at 6 p.m. But today I'm here with Francis Boakye, and Francis is a sessional instructor at the University of Calgary in the Faculty of Social Work. He's also the Director of Programs at the Center of Newcomers, and he is in the process of writing his first book about his father called Visits by My Father. Thank you for sitting down for us today, Francis, for Words.
Thank you so much for having me.
The first question I have for you is around excellence. And so what does excellence mean to you?
For me, excellence is manifested in responsibility. So for instance, I view my excellence in terms of my responsibility to my family and my responsibility to people that I've connected with, and my responsibility to addressing issues that are of importance to me and to the community that I find myself in. So excellence is measured in that kind of degree. So if you take all those components together, excellence to my family, excellence to my friends, excellence to my community is manifested in my responsibility to those people and how to make the world a better place.
Thank you so much. And so on a daily basis, what's your daily routine, and how do you make the world a better place in your own life?
So for instance, when I wake up in the morning, I'm a Christian, so the first thing I do is to meditate. I read my scriptures the day before, in the night, then in the afternoon. In the morning, I kind of take some of those things and I meditate. And then, of course, I pray for my family, I pray for my children, my wife. And then I also pray for people that come into mind as I meditate. And it could be a stranger I met, but I still want to pray for them and ensure that I have a connection to people like that, because we are all connected, we are all human beings, and so it's important for me to just understand how I'm connected to somebody and how to invite a person into my heart and to have an impact on that person as the person has an impact on me as well.
Okay, thank you. What about on a weekly basis? Is there anything you do on a weekly basis for yourself?
So on a weekly basis, for instance, when I do all these things on a daily basis, on Saturdays particularly, so I gather my family and then I try to share my stories from work, some of my stories from work that may be meaningful to them, and then put it within the context of spirituality, because sometimes we practice our faith outside of practicalities, and we think that it's so theoretical. So I bring everything I've learned from work that are pertinent to them, put it in the context of my beliefs, and then ask all of us to share. Tell me what happened the week in school. And in doing that, I try to really empower and mentor in a way that is very different from just being theoretical. And they tell me stories and they share their ideas and they empower me by just telling me how they felt at school, some of the things they practiced at school, some of the tactics and strategies they've used, and how successful they become in school. And in doing that, we create a much more practical application of biblical concepts to real life. The two are not separate. You can't separate Christianity or religion from practical things. Your deeds will represent what you have in mind, in your heart. So that is what I do. And when I cook, and I cook good food, and so I bring my kids together, my wife will all sit and cook and tell stories. And when there are challenges, we do the same. We bring within the context of what we believe, and then we try to solve it in that fashion. So that's what I do on a weekly basis.
It sounds like a wonderful family routine that you have.
Yeah.
Okay, and you've done, you do quite a bit of work in the community. You've done your PhD. What would you have as words of advice for the community and for the viewers around excellence in their life? What would be if you had a golden nugget, what would that be that you'd like to share?
For me, excellence at the community level should be, once again, people taking responsibility for what they do and for their actions. People becoming aware of the fact that issues that affect one person affects all of us. And to be able to systematically work on those issues from our own little corners. Because more and more the world is becoming globalized, and with that also comes lots of issues. And so Excellence at a community level for me should be manifested in people doing the best they can in whatever areas they are to ensure that we are creating a better world for ourselves and for our children and for our children's children. We can continue to live out of humanity, and by that I mean we can continue to be segregated into factions. We have to begin to think alike and solve the problems that the world continues to face, but just simply by being excellent in what you do, excellent in being in your relationship with a friend, with a neighbor, and with people that you know or you don't know. That's my understanding of excellence at the community level.
Thank you so much. Thanks for sitting down with us today.
Thank you so much,
Francis. Thank you. To the viewers, I encourage you to review this video interview again, just to capture the last pieces there of what Francis was talking about around responsibility for self. And in fact, just watch the whole interview again a few times so that some of these words can really stick. My name is Derrick Shirley. Thanks for tuning in this week for Words, and we're coming up on the road to Obsidians with the Obsidian Awards at www.obsidianawards.ca. Also check us out on Facebook. The Obsidian Awards is September the 17th on a Saturday at 6 p.m. Mark your calendars, and the nominations are now available as well. So you can check on the website and nominate somebody from your community as we move forward. Thanks very much for tuning in. See you next week.